Hello everyone, Tyler Enos here, and in this video I'm going to show you step by step how to set up a simple Google ad to reach new customers and prospects. But before we get started, it's important to understand the science of advertising and why we do the things we do and not others. And the truth is, advertising today has reached the status of a science. It is based on fixed principles and is reasonably exact. The causes and effects have been analyzed until they are well understood, and the correct methods of procedure have been proven and established. We know what is most effective and we act on basic law. Advertising, once a gamble, has now become one of the safest business ventures you can undertake. Our ultimate goal here is to buy customers at a price which pays a profit, and it is my personal goal as an agency owner to have it recognized among the safest, surest ventures which lead to large returns. Millions of successes show its possibilities, yet the millions who need it, who can never attain their life's desires without it, still look at its accomplishments as somewhat accidental. And although that was true at a time, it's simply not the world we live in today. So to properly understand advertising, or even learn its rudiments, we must start with the right conception. And everything boils down to this. Advertising is salesmanship. I really want to emphasize this point. The only purpose of advertising is to make sales. It is profitable or unprofitable according to its sales. It is not for general effect. It is not for building a brand. It is not about slogans, and it is not about clever one-liners. Treat it like you would a salesman. And for that reason, we do not try to be amusing, because money spending is a serious matter. A good advertiser studies their customer and tries to place themselves in the position of the buyer. Our success depends on that and that alone. So that being said, let's get started. For this ad, I'm going to be targeting people searching for dental implants in the Seattle area. But you can use what you learned in this video to target for different procedures and different locations as they pertain to you and your practice. We're going to start by going to ads.google.com. You will need a Gmail account for this, so if you don't have one already, you will need to create one first. It is free, and your Gmail is your portal to all things Google. You can use it to sign into Google Chrome, which is really the best internet browser, YouTube, Gmail, Analytics, Google Maps, Drive, which is their free cloud storage for all your documents and files, Google Calendar, Tag Manager, G Suite, which is Google's cloud version of Microsoft Office and is way better, and I highly recommend getting if you haven't already. A ton of others, and of course, Google Ads. So once you have a Gmail account, you can go to ads.google.com. If you are just creating a new ads account for the first time, you'll have to go through the tutorial process of creating your first ad. So just put in a bunch of BS to get you through the initial walkthrough, and then just delete the ad once you're finished. If you already have an ads account, go ahead and sign in now. If you don't, click Start Now and create a free account. Because this is the screen we want to be in, and this is where I'll be showing you step by step how to get your first Google ad set up and live. So once you are in, the first thing you want to do is delete the campaign you just created if you haven't already by going over to the left side column and click Campaigns, then click the box next to the one you want to delete, go up to Edit, and hit Remove. If you don't remove it, it may start running the ad and you could end up paying for some garbage ad. Okay, so now that thing is gone and we can start fresh. Before we get started, I'll explain the structure of this platform a little bit, just so you have a high-level view, and then we'll dive a little bit deeper and work through everything step by step. So at the highest level, you could kind of imagine it like a family tree or something. At the top of the tree, you have a campaign. Then within each campaign, you have different ad groups. And then within each of those ad groups, you'll have individual ads that target certain keywords. It'll make a lot more sense as we get further into this tutorial. So to create our campaign, we click on this blue button with a plus sign here and go down to New Campaign. At the campaign level, this is where we define our goals. So it says here, select the goal that would make this campaign successful for you. Different goals are going to give us different suggested campaign settings in the following steps. So you can see here both sales, leads, and website traffic give you the same 4 options for campaign type: search, display, shopping, and video. Product and brand consideration gives you only display and video, and so on. You'll be generating leads with appointments on your website based on what we call intent-based advertising, which means we are placing our ad in front of somebody who has shown some sort of intent of purchase, such as searching for dental implants or just an implant dentist on a search engine. So we're going to be using a search ad. The display ad is for pattern interrupt advertising, where we show our ads to people we think fit our ideal prospect, but have not directly searched for a solution to their problem. Another example of pattern interrupt marketing would be direct mail flyers, billboards, or even Facebook ads. So all these options here are just guides, and what we're going to do is just click down here where it says create a campaign without goals guidance, because I will be guiding you through this setup process. Next, we want to select a campaign type, and the one we want is Google's search only network. Like I just mentioned, this subtype is perfect for dentists because it helps reach new customers right when they are searching for a solution. And then the last part of the goals section is to select the results you want to get from this campaign. And we want website traffic and phone calls. So you'll put in your website URL here and then your phone number. If you have a services page on your website specifically for dental implants, you can use that, but I do not recommend sending traffic to your homepage. You won't see any conversions for website visitors if you just send them to your homepage, and it will be a huge waste of money. In my next video, I'll show you how to create a high converting landing page or sales page using a landing page builder called ClickFunnels. But for now, you can use your dental implant services page. Just make sure it has your phone number at the top and somewhere for them to request or book an appointment front and center. The more stuff you have on your website that isn't a specific call to action, such as a call now button or request an appointment button, the lower your conversion rate will be. And if you are spending money on ads, you want your website to convert those visitors into appointment requests. Also, your phone number should be one that is actually answered. The person answering the calls should have some sort of training in sales and handling new patients. The goal is to get prospects in for a free consultation with you, the doctor. Your receptionist or call center should only ask a few preliminary questions just to qualify them and then push the appointment. Any major questions the caller has should be answered vaguely and deferred to the doctor during the appointment. Once you have that, go ahead and click continue at the bottom, and then we're going to name our campaign. We're going to leave it as this default search 1 because using proper naming conventions like this is going to keep you organized and sane when you begin to introduce more campaigns in the future. Once you have enough data built up in your account, I'll then show you how to create a retargeting ad that you can show on millions of popular websites, mobile apps, and videos using Google's display network. But for now, we just want our ad on Google's search network. So you can uncheck this box here that says include Google Display Network and skip down and select the geographic locations. We don't need to worry about any of this stuff here. If you are on a tight budget, you can set an end date, but I recommend letting this thing run because it is going to get you a lot of new patients and the returns will quickly outweigh the costs. Okay, for locations, this is where you want to take some time and make sure you do it right. Go over to Advanced Search, and in the Location tab, you're going to target your county, each city in your county, and each zip code or neighborhood within each city. There is going to be a lot of overlap, but this is how we figure out exactly where your customers are coming from. If we just did King County, for example, then when I start gathering geographical data of people who are clicking on my ad, then I won't know exactly where those people are located. All I'll know is that they came from somewhere in King County. So by segmenting it in this way, we are essentially building a heat map of clicks that we can later use to optimize our campaign and become laser focused. If you are Excel or Google Sheets savvy, you can organize your info there and then add your locations in bulk right here. Next is languages. I only speak English, so I'm going to leave it as that, but you can add as many as you want. We'll skip audiences and scroll down to budget. This is where we define how much we want to spend and how to spend it. So it says here, enter the average you want to spend each day. I recommend spending at least $1,000 per month. You can obviously spend more if you wish, but spending any less won't yield predictable results and is basically like gambling, which we don't do. The average price point for dental implants is somewhere in the range of $3,000 to $7,000. So setting a budget of $5 a day for a several $1,000 service isn't going to give you enough data to make informed decisions about what is and isn't working. We're not selling baseball caps here. So plan to spend at least $1,000 to get some good results you can work with. The average per day amount is based on an average month of 30.4 days. So take your monthly budget and divide it by 30.4 to come up with your daily ad spend. For this video, I'll do $1,000 divided by 30.4, which is $32.89 per day. According to Google, some days you might spend less than your daily budget, and on others you might spend up to twice as much. But for the entire month, you won't pay more than your daily budget times the average number of days in a month. We'll keep the delivery method at standard. And for bidding, we want to focus on generating leads. So we're going to click right here where it says clicks and change it over to conversions and leave this unchecked. Then scroll down and hit save and continue. Okay, awesome. We're done setting up the campaign settings, and now we're moving on to the next step, and that's creating separate ad groups for our campaign. So for our first ad group, we're going to leave it at standard, which just means we're going to choose our own keywords to target instead of letting Google decide. For this campaign, we're going to create two separate ad groups. One where we target people searching for dental implants who are concerned with cost, and one where we target people who are searching for dental implants who are concerned with convenience. So for the first ad group, we're going to name it implants-cost. Okay? And in this box, we're going to put in the different keywords that relate to cost. I have already done the keyword research for you based on a variety of factors, including search volume and level of competition. So you can just pause this video and copy these exactly as they appear here. But if you want to test others, or if you aren't targeting people searching for implants, let's say you're looking for sleep apnea patients, you can use this tool over here to get ideas of good keywords. This is a kind of micro version of the greater keyword planner tool, which you can find by going up here to Tools and then selecting Keyword Planner from the Planning section. If you're going to use your own keywords though, here are some things to consider. Most search queries can be subdivided as follows. Number one, we have informational queries, which are like how-tos or what or when. People looking for more information. They're not quite ready to purchase, they're just trying to learn about something. Number two is orienting, like people looking for best, reviews, compare, right? They're searching for their different options. They're seeing what different options are out there. And then the third one, which is what we want to focus on, is transactional queries, like product searches, people searching for prices of things. Maybe they have the keyword buy in there or near me, right? They're actually searching for a solution to their problem. The most important lesson takeaway is that not every search has the same value. A visitor coming from a transactional search query will have a higher conversion rate and therefore a higher value compared to an informational search query. So if you have to pay for each click, it makes sense to focus on the most valuable searches. So we have price of dental implants, cheap dental implants, affordable dental implants, full dental implants cost, low cost dental implants, tooth implant cost, average cost of dental implants, and dental implants cost. Now, the reason I have these in quotations as well as brackets is because they signal different match types. So you can see down here, any keyword that doesn't have quotations or brackets is a broad match, meaning our ads may show on searches that include misspellings, synonyms, related searches, and other relevant variations. So if your keyword is cheap dental implants, someone searching for low-cost implants might see our ad. Keywords with quotations equal a phase match, meaning that our ads will show if somebody's search includes all of the words in quotations, but not necessarily in the exact order. So somebody could search for dental implants cheap, and they would see our ad. And the brackets equal an exact match, meaning the search needs to match exactly for our ads to be shown. So once you have all these keywords in like I have here, add another ad group and call this one Implants Convenience, and do the same thing with these keyword matches. When you are finished, scroll down and click Save and Continue. And then on the next page, scroll down and click Cancel. You can follow the guided steps all the way through, but I want you to see how to go in and edit each piece from the main dashboard. Plus, there's an easier way to create the actual ads so we don't have to manually retype each one. So once you hit leave, you'll be spit out to the main dashboard under the Ad Groups tab. You can see your ad groups down here. Next, we want to create our actual ads. So look over on the left sidebar and find Ads and Extensions. Click on Create Ad, Text Ads, and then select the Implants Cost ad group. We're going to create the ad to reach people searching for dental implants that are also curious about cost. The final URL is going to either be your dental implants services page or your custom landing page that is actually designed for conversions. Again, I do not recommend sending people to your homepage or even really your implant services page. A landing page is going to be designed to book appointments and is highly preferred. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you do not have a landing page and for whatever reason must market your services right now, your services page will work for now, if it has a place to request an appointment and call in front and center on the page. Just know that your results will be limited. If you don't have a final URL with these characteristics, finish setting up this ad and then pause it. You can always go back and hit resume once you have a funnel in place. For this video, I'm going to put in the URL for a demo funnel I created. This is a demo landing page which allows potential new clients to take advantage of the special offer and then book a complimentary consultation immediately if they don't want to wait for somebody to call them. So for headline 1 and the rest of the copy for this ad, you're going to want to customize yourself. I'm going to give you an example just to walk you through it, but whatever you put in this ad should reflect your business and offer. What I did was search for dental implants cost in Google and took a screenshot of the top 4 ads. I looked at their copy. Copy is just a fancy word for sales text. Then I looked at their offer, and then I wrote down each unique selling point. Once you see what is out there in your area and what you'll be competing with, you'll hypothesize what would work based on what you know about your current patients and what's important to them. I'm just going to take an aggregate of those 4 ads for this example. So for headline 1, I'm going to do dental implants only $24.99. Headline 2, free consultation, a $450 value. Impressive claims are far more impressive by making them exact. So in this case, dental implants only $24.99, free consultation, $450 value is better than something like affordable dental implants. And headline 3, well, this is new, so there's no data on how effective it is. This is just something you'll have to test yourself, but generally speaking, longer copywriting is always better than shorter copywriting. So if you have more information that would further clarify your position, use it. So maybe for this example, I'll put implant, crown, and free sedation. Notice how I'm capitalizing each word. That has proven to yield better results because it makes it easier to read. And the whole purpose of a headline is to pick out people we can interest. If we want to talk to someone in a crowd, the first thing we say is, "Hey there, John Smith," to get the person's attention. In an advertisement, we want to have an offer that only interests certain people and for certain reasons. And so we only care about those people. So we create a headline that addresses just those people. So spend time here and think about what your customers want. And people will do a lot to fix a problem, but people in general do very little to prevent them in the first place. So we never spend money arguing things of prevention like cleanings, x-rays, and other preventative work. We just want to focus on our most profitable procedures. The display path is a great opportunity to further call out your ideal prospects. It's a chance for a little extra personalization. Since this ad is targeting price-conscious prospects, you can put something like lifelong fix and low cost, but you'll have to keep it short and to the point because you're limited to 15 characters each. For description number 1, we'll do number 1 implant dentist in Seattle. Price includes the implant, crown, and free sedation. Number 2, no insurance, okay. Titanium implants, book your free consultation online today. Okay, we are done with this one for now, so hit save and add another. We could create our second ad here, but I want to show you how to do it in a different way from the main dashboard. Google walks you through each step when you're creating an ad, but if you want to go back in later and change things around individually, you'll need to know how to navigate the main dashboard. So scroll down and click Cancel, and you'll be taken back to the main dashboard here. To create our second ad the easy way, we'll click on Ads, and down here toward the bottom, we'll see our first ad that is assigned to the Implant Cost ad group. We're going to click on the Edit icon. It looks like a little pencil, and then click on Copy and Edit. Now you should be back in the ad editing window, and everything should be autofilled as an exact copy of the Implant's Cost ad. But for this one, we want it to be a part of the ad group Implant's Convenience. So we will go up here to the Edit icon and select the ad group Implant's Convenience. Great, now our second ad is assigned to the right ad group. For this one, we just want to change around a few things so that it appeals to a more convenience-focused audience as opposed to a price-focused one. We'll leave the final URL the same. Since we are sending both price-conscious shoppers and convenience-conscious shoppers to the same funnel landing page, it's important that the landing page appeal to both in a strong way. Typically, you would want two separate landing pages, but for the sake of this tutorial, we're just going to use the same one. So for headline 1, we'll do same-day implants, trying to match their search term as closely as we can. Headline 2, we'll do Dr. John Smith DDS. We'll try and personalize it a little bit. And headline 3, dental implants in Seattle, making our convenient location the focus. Notice how everything shows a bright side, like the happy and attractive side, not the dark and uninviting side. Always show the beauty, like the pretty teeth, not the bad teeth. Talk about a future of good health, not bad conditions that currently exist. It's just important to point people in the way of sunshine, beauty, happiness, health, success, not the way out of the opposite. Negative advertising is never a good policy. The selfish purpose is just apparent. And for display path, we'll do lifelong fix, that's convenient, and we'll do hassle-free. So description 1, we'll put, can just 4 implants replace all the teeth on the top or bottom of your mouth? And then number 2, thanks to advances in dental implant technology, the answer is, and then we kind of run out of text, so we'll just kind of leave it blank. We'll leave a little cliffhanger to pique interest. We're done with our second ad now, so we can click Save and add another. Then we want to go back to the main dashboard, so we'll scroll down and click Cancel and Yes, Leave. So just a refresher of what we've done so far, right now we've created one campaign titled Search-1, and search just means it's a search ad, or it's going to display on the search network, and then the 1 is just our first ad. And then we've created 2 ad groups within that campaign titled Implants Cost and Implants Convenience. And then we have one ad for each ad group, each targeting multiple keywords relating to the ad group they are assigned. I know that can be a little confusing, and it's really not that important that you understand it fully at this point, but once you start to become a little more advanced, it'll become more clear as to why everything is structured this way. If you've ran ads on Facebook or LinkedIn, you know that they're all structured in this 3-tiered sort of design. Now that we have both of our ads, we're going to make them larger by adding some extensions. This is completely optional, but it is a great way to add a few extra words to provide more information and make our ads bigger so that it stands out in the search results better. To add extensions, click on Ads and Extensions in the left sidebar, and then select the Extensions tab. Then you're going to click on the blue plus sign here, and you'll see a drop-down menu with a list of different extensions you can add to make your ad longer. These are free, and you don't have to pay anything extra to have these on your ad. Let's start with a site link extension. Now, extensions can be added to the account level, meaning every ad you create under a Google Ads account will display the extensions. You can add them at the campaign level, so every ad you create within a specific campaign will display these extensions, or you can add it at the ad group level, so only ads created in the selected ad group will display these extensions. For our purposes, we're going to apply them at the account level, so we don't have to go back and recreate them every time we create a new campaign or ad group. So let's get started. We're going to add 4 different site links, and you should really think about your end user and what would be important and appealing to them. don't just copy what I'm doing, because this is just an example and every business is going to be different in their offer. If you're having trouble coming up with something to put here, look at some examples from your competition on Google. For this example, I'm going to do payment options for the site link text, and then the description is going to be proud to offer affordable solutions and financing for you and your family. And then the end URL for this site link. I'll just copy and paste this right here. This is just the regular landing page URL with this extra add-on at the end. You can see it says pound section 32045. And that will direct visitors to the payment options section within the landing page. I'll show you exactly what that looks like shortly. Next will be common questions answered, understand what's involved and how implants can truly change your life. And the URL will go to the frequently asked questions section on the landing page. Then free consultation. Schedule your free no obligation consultation with Dr. Smith today. And this URL will just be for the landing page root directory and won't be section specific. And last, we'll do book appointment online. So schedule your next visit in minutes, request an appointment online today. And the same root directory for this one. Okay, perfect. Over here on the right, you can see the mobile preview. And if you want to see what it looks like on desktop, click this right arrow and it'll give you a preview there. And you can see how much space this thing is starting to take up. We have our headlines, website URL with extensions on those. And these URL extensions don't mean anything for us. We don't have to go into our website and change the URL of our landing page or anything like that. This is just a display and we'll send users to our normal URL. And then we have a minimum of 4 site links with 2 line descriptions. That looks great. And so you want to be careful here when you're adding end URLs for your site link extensions. What we want is to have a single landing page that covers all 4 of our site link topics. Because our Polaris star is to get new implant patients in our chair for a consultation so that you can meet them, shake their hand, understand their needs, and offer them a solution. We don't want to have 4 different site link URLs sending people all over our website to gather information. We want to provide an amazing user experience and have all the information that they need to make a decision conveniently packed into one easily digestible page. So here's an example of what that would look like. Somebody reading the ad is interested in our offer and clicks on the payment options site link to find out more. Then they are conveniently taken to this page here that provides them a short list of payment options. They review the options and then they continue to look around. So they go up, they look at our offer again. It's the same one as in the ad. Everything lines up there. They want to know more before committing, so they check out this video. It's just a pop-up and it introduces you and your practice. You may already have one made. This is just a dummy video from National Geographic. Okay, they are done with that, so they exit out, and they're still on this page. It didn't take them anywhere, right? Then they check out the form, and it says, for a limited time, complete the form and get your all-on-4 implant treatment for $24.99. And then it asks them a few impersonal questions. Maybe they're curious what the assessment looks like, so they select a couple options and they click get assessed for implants. Okay, now we're asking for more of a commitment with personal information. They might be having some doubts, so they look around a little bit more. Everything is the same on this page, so they read how it works. They check out the frequently asked questions section. We could even put in a testimonial section somewhere on here or a personal bio. But notice there's nothing on this page to click on besides get assessed for implants or call now. These are their only options, so it forces them to continue moving forward in the process or just leave. So they click here, it takes them back to the form, they fill it out because it's a perfectly designed offer, and then they are taken to our thank you page. It says, thank you for your submission. A member of our team will reach out and finish scheduling your appointment, or you can book an appointment immediately, no need to wait. Here they can open up our online booking system and schedule their complimentary consultation in an available time slot. And that's how you create a seamless user experience from beginning to end that is optimized for conversions. A conversion in this case is a booked appointment. So let's go back to our ads manager now. This looks great, so go ahead and click save and you'll see your extensions down here. we want to add just a few more, so we can go back to the blue plus sign and click callout extensions. Again, this is just a way to add a few extra words and make our ad a little bit bigger so it stands out in the search results better. These will be at the account level, so they will show up for both of our ad groups. Let's do a combination of both cost and convenience so we actually appeal to both. I'll do affordable implants, financing available, convenient location, and same-day implants. Looks great. I'll click Save, and then I want to preview the whole ad, so I'll click on the tab Ads, click on the one I want to preview, and then I can see it here in mobile, and I can also see it on desktop. We have our callouts down here. Now we'll add some snippets. So click on the X up here in the top left corner to close out of this preview. Make sure we are in the Ads and Extensions tab. Select Extensions, click the blue plus sign, and select Structured Snippet Extension. Structured snippets are basically callouts, but they have one main difference, and it's this header type. You can choose any header you want, but I'm going to use types for this example. You can see in the preview that it says types, and then it will display whatever I put in these fields right after it. So I'm going to put mini implants, single tooth implants, all-on-4 implants, and full mouth implants. I'll make sure that this is on the account level. If you wanted to do a separate structured snippet for the different ad groups, cost and convenience, you could do that as well. When you are done, click Save, and now we can add the call extension. Make sure it is set to account, put in our phone number here, and then what we want to do is click on Advanced Options. This allows us to set certain hours that our phone number will be displayed. So if you don't want people calling during closed hours, then set your business hours in this section. I'm going to leave it blank, but I recommend doing this. Hit Save, and now let's add our final extension, the Location extension. This requires you to have a Google My Business listing, which you should already have. If you don't, pause this video and do that right now. Alright, so to add our final extension, click on the blue plus sign, select Location Extension, and then select the location you want to use, click Continue, and then Done. You may have to approve the use of your location in your Google My Business account depending on your settings. My business does not have a physical location customers can visit, so I don't have the option to add this extension. Now we're going to preview our full ad just to double check and make sure everything looks right before we let Google do its thing. So we go to Ads and Extensions, which you're already in, and we go to Ads, then we click on the one we want to preview. Let's start with Implants Cost. Do a double check, make sure it looks good visually, make sure it fits our hypothesis and appeals to our audience, check for any spelling errors. Thank the guys and gals at Google for working so hard to provide us with such an amazing opportunity to connect with our market. And then we can go back and do the same thing with the other one. Okay, all good. Now it can take up to 3 days for Google to approve our ads, but it usually happens way sooner than that, sometimes right away. You can check on the status here where it says Status. If they are disapproved for some reason, Google will let you know and you'll have to go back and make corrections so that everything is compliant. If you do not have a landing page in place to accept the traffic you are generating with these ads, then you'll want to pause the campaign until you do. The easiest way is to just pause them at the campaign level. Navigate to the campaign tab on the left menu bar or the top corner menu, and you can see right here, this green dot means your campaign is enabled. Go ahead and click on the down arrow and hit pause. And that's it. Congrats. You just made a Google ad. And you're probably thinking, well, now what? Well, now you're done. And as long as you have the staff to turn appointments into new patients, you're gold. So you can close your computer and get back to work. And as long as your ad is enabled, you can reach new customers who are actively searching for your services. When they find your ads, your funnel will do the rest of the work. The feedback is instantaneous and the results are immediate. And now you don't have to spend thousands of dollars and wait for months hoping that down the line your strategy will prove profitable. And you can rest assured knowing the experimentation has already been concluded by the many before you. And it is without question that advertising online will soon be saturated by massive corporations and really too competitive and costly to operate in. So take full advantage of this wonderful opportunity that exists right now and grow your business to financial freedom. The nice thing about marketing in this tried and true way is often we see the cost of advertising come back before the bills are due. That means the procedures can be advertised without investment, which is the ideal situation. Unlike other forms of marketing that offer no way to trace their results, many experiments have been made by our team to get the actual figures. After sending ads like these to our lab, we found that its return value is a consistent 500 to 750% the investment. Our lab is the market, and all that means is that $1 spent on ads is equal to about $5 to $7.50 in total net revenue. No other campaign strategy in our experience has yielded those kinds of numbers, so you can trade in your direct mail flyers and SEO whatever for an ad on Google. If you think you've got it figured out, that's awesome. You can exit this video now, and I'll see you in the next video where I show you how to build a sales funnel like the one in the demo. But if you're still a little confused, or maybe you just don't have the time and you want some additional help, I'd like to offer you a personal strategy session. This strategy session takes around 30 minutes, and you'll be speaking with me personally. I'll be helping you identify what you already got and helping you put together a strategy to dramatically grow your practice by 3 to 5, oftentimes even more, without increasing the amount of time you're already spending in the office. We'll be focusing on a specific custom tailored strategy and solution to help you solve the two biggest problems that most dentists face, and that is generating the segment of high value traffic that is looking and ready to buy your services right now, and making sure that you have the right systems in place for converting that traffic into booked appointments and patients in a predictable way that is down to the dollar. Now, knowing that we're a good fit is crucial because it's important for me to get all of my clients great results and work with them for the long term. And to do that, I need to get them an ROI, a real ROI, very quickly. And the truth is, there are some people I just can't help. And if that's the case, I will be 100% upfront with you and suggest somebody else or an alternative. I am only looking for those who are a good fit, and I am certain that I can get results for. The first step is to complete an application for a private strategy session by clicking the link in the description. This application is necessary to determine if I can help you and if I'm the best person to help you. It's also necessary to determine if you're ready to step up, commit, and take the action required to generate real results. So after I received your application and I determine that I can help you, I will approve the scheduled call to conduct your strategy session. And this is where we will really start working together to figure out what you want and how to make it happen in the fastest possible time and with predictability. And then at the end of the call, one of two things will happen. Either you'll be a good fit and I will extend an invitation to work with me as one of my clients, or if it's not a good fit, that is totally okay and there will be no hard feelings or obligations or anything like that. Either way, you'll receive an insanely valuable strategy session and will walk away with newfound clarity as to where you are right now and what's holding you back from achieving the results you want. That together with the exact next steps necessary to take action and break through your barriers. It'll likely be the most valuable 30 minutes you invest in your practice this year. So go ahead, complete your application now, and we'll see if we're a good fit for doing business together. This opportunity is limited, not because of some fake expiration date, but because I can generally only work with 5 clients at a time. So that means this opportunity won't be available for long. And what I've found is those that have the ability to make decisions and act quickly are the most likely to get results, and in that case, the most likely to become my best clients. So if you feel like this is right for you, go ahead and apply right now to see if you qualify.